Thump, 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 thump. It's your boy Big Vern. Welcome to AppStupid Studios, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We did it. We did it. We in season 4. Thanks to people like you who want a broader conversation, whether it's about the NBA, both conferences, or you want to talk some NFL, both conferences and all divisions. We got that for you. We also got hip hop picks for you. Albums that we listen to, we pushing, and we actually just want to go ahead and further the conversation and get good music in circulation. Not to mention, we also do college football, all conferences, along with college basketball. So, yeah, we do a lot. Sit back, relax, have a good laugh on us, and oh yeah, hit the like and subscribe. This is Big Vern at AppStupid. Let's get started. What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the AppStupid Studios. App like you got some sense. Smash the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way, helps the channel, and we appreciate it. It's a beautiful day here in the Midwest. Gonna get up to 80 degrees. So if you got to get your pets out, get them out and get them back inside where it's nice and cool. But also, stretch your legs, get out, see some neighbors, walk around your neighborhood, check a couple of things out. Action-packed show for you today. Going to talk about an article I saw on Yahoo. They had their 5 QBs that were under the pressure to win a Super Bowl. And I'll release my list, and then you tell me, hey, look, I think you got it right, I think you got it wrong, we could change some things. Also, the Lakers. The Lakers choke against the Chicago Bulls. And it just seems like that's one team that has the Lakers number. Then from there, the NCAA tournament has been very good. Last night, Arkansas, Texas Tech, they play in a classic. We'll go over that, and just a buzzer beater that didn't fall, bounced the wrong way for the Razorbacks, but congratulations to the Texas Tech team. And then our final segment would be about the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks, they have fallen, and it's in free fall. And we'll explain that a little bit more when we get on the other side of the content. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern pumping another rap album. Will Smith, based on a true story, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites is You Looking For Me. That's crazy. Bulletproof with Jack Ross. Hard Times featuring Tanya Taylor. Beautiful Scars with Big Sean. Tantrum is probably the song of the year. I'm not gonna hold you. Tantrum is on a whole nother level. That's Will rapping. Oh my God. And work of art is so deep. Will Smith, based on a true story, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Will Smith. I'm not gonna hold you. Will Smith, my goodness. I wasn't even looking for that album. I swear to you. I wasn't even looking for that album. And when it dropped, I was like, holy crap. Whew. Yo, I'm gonna have to do a whole segment about that one. But anyway, so I'm not gonna go ahead and delay this, but the pressure to win a Super Bowl, I saw this article in Yahoo Sports and they gave me their top 5. Their top 5, number 1 was Josh Allen. They had Lamar Jackson at number 2. Then they had Joe Burrow at number 3. At 4, they had Dak Prescott. And at 5, they had Jared Goff. Me, I turned that list on its head because number 1, Joe Burrow is under the most pressure to win a Super Bowl. And why I say that is that Joe Burrow went so far as to not only get big money out of Cincinnati, but he has 2 big wide receivers getting super checks. Between 3 people on that team, Cincinnati is at $300 million. That is pressure. And they didn't do anything to make themselves better in the AFC North. So we just got to be honest about that. They didn't do anything to make themselves better in the AFC North. Now, I know Jamar Chase, he got hurt. He got hurt last year going down the stretch, and T. Higgins, he had to carry the load. He had a hold-in situation. Joe Burrow, at times, he looked like he was in his head. He was misreading downfield and throwing some picks, and he also played them in some games. But after that Super Bowl run, I told a lot of people that Cincinnati, this was their last chance to get to the top because they had way too many free agents. They had way too many guys on 1 and 2 year deals that they were not looking to honor. And shocker, I was right. The second guy on my list would be Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is on this list because the NFL as a company, as a product, they've made a lot of capitulation for this guy. This dude has been on the front of Madden covers. He has been all over the place as if the Bills have won anything but the AFC East, which is the worst division. Historically, has been one of the worst divisions in football in the NFL. Let's just be real about this. They've given this guy this weapon. They bought in this defensive guy. They've let go of that guy. They let go of Von Miller. They picked up Bosa. He gets his wide receiver, big money. Cook, the running back who backed up the guy who got hurt. They're not trying to pay him. And when you look at the playoffs, I don't think anybody had an answer for Cook. But the disrespect that the organization is treating this guy with, and they paid the dude who got hurt, I just don't get it. And to make matters worse, the Chargers, they didn't let Bosa go because he's not productive and he wasn't working out or he wasn't happy in San Diego. Well, I'm sorry, LA. They let him go because he is always injured. When he's out there, he's one of the best. But when he's not, they had to bring in 3 other guys to even match his production. And now those 3 guys are also leaving LA. And so the pressure is on Josh Allen. They've made those concessions as a company. They kept force feeding everybody in the playoffs Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. We've seen it 7 times. Nobody wants to see them in this position again. Dak Prescott. Whether I agree with it or not, Dak Prescott is always going to be under a bunch of fire to win a championship, even though Dallas hasn't won a championship since the 90s, going on 30 some odd years. But CeeDee Lamb is a pivotal piece. He's a superstar in every sense of the making. I don't think they have a running back game to match. Dallas has had a stiff defense. The offense has actually, come along in times. The tight end position is pretty vacant, pretty barren. There's no third receiver, a slot receiver. So I just don't know what people expect from Dallas. The division has gotten harder. The Commanders are a really good team. And the crazy part is Dan Quinn, who used to be the Cowboys, defensive coordinator. He hooks up with Cliff Kingsbury, and they have Jaden Daniels. They make Washington a fun team to watch. Then you have the reigning and defending Super Bowl champions, the Eagles. Where does this leave Dallas? In a 4-team division, they're third at best, and they're probably not even third. They're bottom feeders with the New York Giants, who are just trying to figure it out. That's honest. Jared Goff, he's under a lot of pressure to win a Super Bowl. Reason being is that Detroit now has lost the offensive coaches. They've lost the defensive coaches. He hasn't lost any different weapons that he had out there. Amon St. Ra, now he's in scouting reports. He's getting double teamed downfield. He still had a good year. They still had a good back. However, that window is starting to close for them. Because the division in the NFC North has gotten a lot more rigid. You knew Green Bay was going to retool. Matt LaFleur, he's a great coach. He was going to have that thing clicking on all cylinders with Jordan Love. I think in free agency, if they go ahead and get after a couple of veterans to shore up that wide receiver room, you can get a nice tight end out of the draft that's going to fly under the radar, that's going to be spooky good, that's going to fit your system. I think the defense of the Green Bay Packers will be much improved this year. Going forward, Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy is very healthy. He's going to be out there with the Purple People Eaters. That thing is going to look different. And to some degree, you have to wonder if Detroit couldn't cash that check last year or the year before. It's going to be even harder to go cash that check now because Ben Johnson is the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears, but he's also the head coach. So he recognizes a lot of sets that Detroit runs. And with Eric Bieniemy being the running backs coach there, and the monsters of the Midway, they're going to be a thing again. I think Caleb Williams will be fine. He'll have a good, solid career. I like all of the moves that the Bears are making. But again, the pressure is on Jared Goff to deliver a championship to Detroit, whether you think it's not fair or unfair. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is one of these quarterbacks that flies under the radar, mainly because he doesn't make any waves. He's not a bad locker room guy. He's actually a good kid. You don't hear about him getting in any trouble. He's okay for where he's at. You know, I'm not going to say he's a stat stuffer, but what I am going to say is that he came into the league at the same time as Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and those guys. And it hasn't materialized. And at what point, if you're the Chargers, do you say we might have the wrong guy at quarterback? We may need to go ahead and move on. I don't think that he's even won a playoff game. But his contract is up there like he is amongst the elite and his peers. But his record doesn't reflect any of that. These are the guys who are under tremendous pressure to win a Super Bowl. The reason that I took Lamar Jackson out of my equation is that the media, he's damned if he do, he's damned if he don't. And then I'll close this out with this. Because no matter how well he plays, the media will cheat him out of an MVP award that he deserved. No matter how good he plays, he couldn't win a playoff game. That's what they said. He wins playoff games. Oh, he can't get to the Eastern. Well, he can't get to the AFC Conference Championship game. Okay, he'll get there. You know, and it's always moving the goalpost. Guess who has never been there also? Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen ain't been to the AFC Championship game and won nothing. Justin Herbert hasn't been there or won anything. Joe Burrow has. He's went on to the Super Bowl. That was up. We're going on almost 5 years removed from that thing. If Cincinnati doesn't make it to the Super Bowl this year, and they won't, that'll be 5 years ago since he's been to the Super Bowl. I don't think that he has a career longevity span of a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Eli, Tom. No, he's not from that cloth. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think he has that kind of span that he can stay in Cincinnati for 20 some odd years. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Give me your people. That's the homework of the day. Put your people in the list. Tell me who's under more pressure to win a Super Bowl right now. This is Big Vern. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy Big Vern at AppStupid.